What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Weekly Breakdown. This is episode 5, I think.
It is episode 5.
I can't believe we've made it 5 weeks straight.
That's crazy to think about, that it's 5 weeks straight. I mean, it's 5 episodes, but it's literally been 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 5 weeks. One episode every single week. And it has not been without its shortcomings, obviously. If you have made it this far into episode 5, congratulations. My name is Josh.
And I'm Taylor.
We are the WDW Couple, and this is the Weekly Breakdown podcast. Each and every week, this podcast is brought to you by Gold Gal Getaways. No matter the trip, whether you have small kids, big kids, or no kids at all, we have agents who can help you plan your next vacation to Florida or any other destination around the world. You can submit a quote in the show notes. I see you looking at me. And an agent will get back to you with a quote or more information.
If you've been listening, and this is your 5th episode you're listening to, you will know in a previous episode, Josh was saying description. This isn't ASMR. This is a podcast. Josh is slurping his slushie, and his lips are blue. But anyway, he did like this whole Ron Burgundy thing where he was literally just reading what I put in our show notes, and it said description instead of show notes, but I changed it finally.
Wow, really? Way to, just before we started this, you're like, let's keep the sponsorship, the Royal Caribbean, the Run Disney short. One could just get moving to the...
I did, because I'm excited about the topic this week. I mean, not that I wasn't excited about the previous topics, but this one's going to be
I'm just saying you kind of dragged that part out a little bit there.
Anyway.
I do have a second sponsorship, which I haven't even talked to Taylor about, and she's going to edit this episode, so if she wants to cut this out, she can. I'm planning on making a more formal video to announce it, but this episode is also brought to you by, name could be changed at some point in time as well, JTR Video. Does it sound okay? Maybe not. I don't know. Each and every week, this episode is going to be brought to you by JTR Video. What is JTR Video? You might be asking. Well, JTR Video is a new business that Taylor and I are going to start. Mostly probably me to start with. And
actually, he kind of already did start it.
I kind of have, but I haven't really made any official announcement about it. I haven't really made a video about it. But basically, I have mentioned it on the live stream before. I think we did an Instagram post about it one time. We have gotten some requests from people to kind of capture memories for them using video and the video style that we use. And so, that's basically what this is. Think of it as a wedding video, basically. That's the way that I like to kind of think about it. And maybe some other type of combination of that, as it grows and matures into this, whatever it is. I think it'll probably change a little bit, but I'm excited for it. Yeah,
and it's not going to be like vlog style, like what we do, where we stop and we talk and then we do B-roll in between. It will just be...
Right. That's
video.
And that's what I mean, that this is more like, consider it or think of it more as like a wedding video that you might get or you might see from a friend or family member's wedding. We're talking about something that's more high-end, more polished, takes a little bit more time to edit and think about. So you can actually submit a quote for that in the show notes as well. Taylor will add that to our show note description.
I will.
And... I'll get back to you. I think we're probably going to do it in 4 and 8 hour chunks, just because I tried to do it with 2 hours, and it's really, really difficult to actually get anything that's really worth kind of capturing a memory, basically. So, and this is really for anything, whether you're coming down into the parks, maybe it's your first visit, maybe an engagement session, maybe you're going to the beach, Universal. I mean, literally whatever. If you have something and you really want to memorialize that with video, that's basically what we're trying to do here. There's not really a lot of that here in this industry. I mean, everybody's vlogging, but nobody's really doing something that captures memories that is, I don't want to say on a professional level, because it is
we do try to make our B-roll as professional as we possibly can.
Yeah, we try to make it a little bit more tailored. But anyways, I don't want to drag on too much about it, because that is not what this podcast is about. But each and every week from now on, you'll hear that this is also brought to you by JTR Video. When I was thinking about it earlier, it just rolled off the tongue a little bit better. JTR Media, JTR Productions. JTR basically just stands for Josh and Taylor Rippey and Video. So That's what we do, video. Not podcasts, even though we're doing it. Moving on. After you.
Don't forget, you better stop that. I wish you would have finished that slushy before we started this. Anyway, don't forget we are going on our first Royal Caribbean cruise in January from the 26th to February 2nd of 2020. You can still join us. There is a quote form in the show notes. And since Josh is still slurping...
I got it. Each and every week, except for the last 2 weekends, I've been posting a Run Disney video for the Dopey Challenge. Who's that, you?
Yeah, sorry.
And the difference this year is that, well, number one, I'm doing the Dopey. Haven't done that before. And second is I'm doing it with the Dragon Master Foundation. The Dragon Master Foundation, if you don't know, is set on trying to beat childhood brain cancer with the use of open source information. So it's really about collaborating, bringing everybody together, and finding a cure. Using everybody's data, not just one person's. And I think that that's really important. I think it's different than what a lot of other places are doing. So if you can and you'd be willing to donate, there is a link in the show notes as well. That goes directly to them, doesn't come through us first. And if you can't, maybe just share it with somebody who is also looking to do the Run Disney stuff. It's been great because I've missed these last 2 weeks. Taylor's family has been in. And then we were at the Waldorf the week before. And some of the messages that I got from you guys that are like, not really upset, but definitely looking for those videos was very inspiring and is great to know. So there will definitely be an episode this week. When this gets posted on Friday. You will have one on Sunday. I promise it is happening.
And it's not that he hasn't been running. We just haven't had time to actually sit down and edit and put that video together.
Right.
So.
Moving on.
Yes. So like Josh said. Like Josh said, my family has been here this week. So I kind of forgot that we needed a video clip of the week. So we do not have a video clip of the week.
Actually, you could throw in any video clip of Jossie just rolling on the floor crying.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. It's kind of what we've been doing.
Anyway, if you do have any video clips that you would like to send us from your vacation or travels or something you saw on social media that you just thought was interesting that kind of relates to travel or whatever, you can send us that to us at the WDW Couple 1@gmail.com.
Yeah, don't forget the 1 or you're going to send it to some other random person or people.
That just happens to have the email that we want.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, breaking into this week's top stories coming from Busch Gardens first. We always start with Busch Gardens, and this I'm actually pretty excited about. I did this last year. It was a lot of fun. Taylor couldn't be there. I was actually a little shocked about it, but I'm excited for it. So this year, Howl-O-Screams celebrates 20 years of fear at Busch Gardens. I can't believe it's been that long. For 2 demented decades, Howl-O-Screams has been haunting Tampa Bay each fall as the area's premier Halloween event. The event's dark past has earned a sinister reputation and is presently nominated for a USA Today Reader's Choice Award for Best Theme Park Halloween Event. Howl-O-Screams is a separately ticketed event available during 22 select nights at Busch Gardens beginning September 20th through November 2nd. Single night tickets start at $39.99, which is really not a bad deal at all.
That is really good for a ticketed event.
Is. And unlimited admission to all 22 nights of Howl-O-Screams is available starting at $80. That is also really good too. I mean,
that's only like playing for 2 nights.
Yes, I mean it makes sense. Like if you live in the area, that makes sense to get.
Wow.
Park guests can upgrade their night of fright by selecting the front of the line Fear Pass. I definitely suggest that you get this as well.
Yeah.
With options including front of the line access to the haunted houses and attractions including all new Tigress, Florida's tallest launch coaster, which by the way is awesome.
It is.
Don't want to like nail in this too much, but it was a lot of fun. Far more like bloody and gory adult like theme than I think even like it was over at Universal Studios.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, but they're not like, I feel like there wasn't anything that was like a real big like name brand type of thing. It's just kind of this stuff that they are creating themselves. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was great. It was good.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to doing it again this year.
And hopefully I'll get to join you this year. I say hopefully, reluctantly.
I don't know. You might not like those pictures I got with all those Those characters,
for God's
they are
sakes.
quite scandalous.
They were scandalous.
You know what I mean?
Wow, you can barely blink with one eye. Oh my gosh. All right.
Moving on.
Head over to SeaWorld Orlando in the Mako realm on Saturday, August 17th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. as their horticulture and zoology teams celebrate National Honeybee Day. Sample local honey, find out why honeybees are so important, and learn more about SeaWorld's Honeybee Conservation Program.
What the heck? Why is there so much cool stuff going on Saturday?
Saturday, August 17th is busy.
Dang. I would like to go
So
to that.
busy.
We won't be able to go to that.
That's actually the first night of Beer Fest, I believe, at Busch Gardens, Tampa, which we will be going to.
I think so.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But since Josh was kind of talking about the horrors on Halloween.
Yeah, speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, Universal has now announced another pretty cool haunted house that's coming.
There's a couple.
Academy
actually.
Award winning filmmaker Jordan Peele and Universal Pictures' global horror hit Us comes to life in a terrifying new haunted house. You'll walk your way through the Wilson family beach house in Santa Cruz Pier, where you might spot a familiar character outside of the funhouse. You'll also venture through the unnerving tunnels that stretch from miles deep below America and come face to face with the tethered. A group of terrifying doppelgangers? Doppelgangers? I don't even know what the heck this is.
A doppelganger is somebody that looks just like you. Like you and that guy, that fighter guy.
Oh.
Or the boxer guy.
Okay.
What's his name?
Oh, doppelgangers. Oh, because that's what the movie's all about.
Yeah.
Us. Yeah, gotcha. Of every living man, woman, and child in the country. That's pretty crazy. A new graveyard game.
Wait, pause. What's that guy's name that you look like? He's your doppelganger.
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, that's your doppelganger.
Not really.
Anyway, yeah, it kind of is.
New Graveyard Games haunted house. Ghosts of every shape and form will rise from the tombstones to exact their revenge as you try to escape the maze of crumbling tombstones and mausoleums. Skeletal beings, ghastly apparitions, and vengeful spirits will try to drag you to the grave.
Okay, before
I'm really
Josh...
trying to get my radio voice going. You know?
He really is. And let me tell you what. We did not look over this together at all. Like, Josh put some stuff in here and I put some stuff in here. Like, that way we had some talking points. And we did not practice any of this.
No,
and Josh is literally just winging all these voices. So I don't know where this is coming from.
This is all natural.
Oh my gosh.
Step inside Rob Zombie's horror masterpiece, House of 1,000 Corpses. This is kind of old.
What?
I mean, like, the House of 1,000 Corpses, I think, is kind of old.
Oh,
It's like
Rob Zombie? I remember hearing about that in elementary school.
Yeah. It's just like they're bringing something old back in, which is kind of cool. This fall, you'll discover firsthand why this house is built on horror. Come face to face with the psychotic Firefly family and their collection of blood and gore. Watch The Legend of Dr. Satan, or Satine, come to life right before your eyes. Keep a lookout for the latest addition to Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, Fish Boy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, every time there's a new announcement of what's coming out of Universal, I'm so pumped. So
I mean, they've been announcing something like every single week and sometimes more than one thing. I know they just announced a bunch of scare zones too, but there were so many things they announced. Like, that would be a whole episode itself just talking about all those.
I'm sure we probably will. Whenever we finally get over to it.
We'll once we actually go to Halloween Horror Nights, we'll talk about it. But yeah, it's crazy. And some things happening with Disney. The NBA experience actually just officially opened this week at Disney Springs. And we actually went and checked it out this week. And we'll have a whole video of it. I'm not sure when it's going to come out.
It'll be next week.
We've just been so busy and we're like trying to figure out when we're going to post everything. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool experience, but we'll give you our full like review in our video.
Yeah.
And then Galaxy's Edge, there have been cast member previews, but the annual pass holder previews begin this Saturday, August 17th, of course.
Or tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Friday when this podcast gets announced.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, the seat.
We will be there. We're pretty excited.
Oh, I'm super pumped.
We've been trying not to watch any videos or look at pictures or anything, so we are excited for it.
We are.
And we are actually going to be skipping our travel news this week because we just want to dive right into it. Since Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party kicked off tonight, we figured that
Oh, I see what you did there.
this week's breakdown would be all about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah. Pretty
I
excited
just dove
for it.
right in there.
You did. You went right for it. You went right for it. No special voices or anything.
Oh, I thought I sounded enthusiastic.
Oh, I mean, of course you sounded enthusiastic, but it wasn't like, in this week's breakdown, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Glass shatter.
I guess so. So we thought this is going to be the start of the Halloween season. If you guys don't know, here in Orlando, that's basically when Halloween starts, is in August. It's crazy and ridiculous. It's going to be way too hot to wear costumes. It's probably going to rain all night. But we're going to try to make the best of it. And the best part is that if it does rain, we can probably go back up to guest relations and say, hey, can we get another ticket to come back? And they'll probably say yes. So
Yeah, that's if everything gets rained out or
Yes.
stormed out or whatever.
if you guys don't know what Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is, it's basically just a Disney-themed Halloween party where people get all decked out in costume, even the young at heart. So it's not just kids. I mean, adults do it all the time, too.
Yeah, we actually dressed up last year.
Yeah,
So
we did. And it was a lot of fun.
it was.
I guess just a more generalized overview of what it is, too, is that it is, like I said, a special ticketed event. So you don't have to have a regular park ticket
No.
to get in. You don't need a park ticket at all. You have to buy this special ticket to get in. And so another thing about this is that not only is it Halloween themed, but all the attractions are still open. So if you don't really want to enjoy everything that has to do with the Halloween party, you could pay this ticket price, which varies. It's usually cheaper than a one-day ticket.
Yes.
Because the park is only open. You don't get a full day of the park, but you can actually do a lot of attractions
With really low wait times.
with short wait times, which is really nice. On top of that, we've got trick-or-treating, we've got special character meet and greets, we've got special dance parties, castle stage shows, parade, fireworks, all those things, and that is all of that stuff we're going to dive in and actually talk in detail about today.
All of that stuff is included with your event ticket. So
Yes.
the only things that aren't included with your event ticket are if you get specialty treats and like merchandise. But the trick-or-treating, included. Character meet and greets, included. The special shows, included. So that makes it really nice. And all the regular attractions, all included. So that makes that really nice for this extra ticket that could save you a little bit of money not by buying a park ticket that day.
Absolutely. And if you guys are wondering for the dates of these, it's a slightly more limited in August, but it would be easier to tell you the dates that are not included in September and October than would be to just tell you all of the dates that it is happening in September, October. If you're coming to the parks, or if you're coming to Magic Kingdom and you're not planning on doing this and you're buying a one-day ticket, during this time of the year, it is extremely important for you to check when there is a Halloween party. Because the park will close to regular park guests at, like 6?
6 or 7.
So if you're paying for a full-day ticket, which they're not going to, cut the price off.
Yeah, it's not discounted.
If you're paying $120 for a one-day ticket to Magic Kingdom, and you pick it on a date that there is a Halloween party, you're going to be getting shorted quite a bit of time. So check when these Halloween parties are, because like I said, in October, it's almost every other day. So be on the lookout for that. Just keep that in mind because, like I said, you don't want to spend all that money and then just get kicked out at like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Because we've seen people mad. And the Magic Kingdom closes promptly.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's at 6 p.m. and then they basically want you out by 7.
Yeah.
If you do not have a ticket. And everybody gets a wristband that is going to the Halloween party that has a ticket. So if you don't have that wristband, you can't go in the stores. You can't go up to merchandise. You can't get food. You can't get in the trick-or-treat lines. You can't even get on the rides.
Right.
So get that wristband or, sorry, please get out.
And sometimes you'll still be able to buy same-day Halloween tickets.
As long as it's not sold out, yes.
Right. Sometimes it sells out, and if it sells out and you want to do it,
have to come back a different way.
Pick a different night. But
Yeah.
just something to keep in mind, guys, because, it happens.
Yeah. So one of the main things, other than being able to dress up for the Halloween party, because on regular days, guests that are over 14 cannot dress up in costumes. They can do kind of like not even cosplay. They can do like Disney bounding, but they can't do full costumes. So other than being able to dress in a full costume, no matter what your age is for these Halloween parties, you can go trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating in the Magic Kingdom is awesome. We really didn't know what to expect on our first Halloween party that we went to, and it ended up being awesome.
Yeah, I think our first one was after we moved down here. That was my first one.
Yeah, that was my first one
maybe
too.
Not yours. Yeah, it
no,
was.
I'd never been to one.
Yeah, so our first Halloween party was in 2016 after we'd moved down here, which was, it was a lot of fun.
It was, and it was just so much fun.
It was crazy. I mean, walking around, obviously it was always a lot of fun back home on Halloween or around Halloween whenever you could go and trick or treat. I remember we would take pillowcases and we would literally try to get them full. You could take several. Well, I don't want to say you could take several, but you could easily fill like 2 pillowcases if you're going in and
at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going in and you're looking to hit trick or treating and do some attractions, you can fill a bag full of candy. Mm-hmm. And those cast members, they're not. I mean, it depends. I mean, sometimes you'll get some they're kind of picky about giving you some.
They'll give you like 2 or 3 pieces.
But then you'll get some that are just like
handfuls.
Like, let me dump this barrel into your bag.
Especially towards the end of the night.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the night, if they've got a full barrel of candy and there's like a couple people coming through the line, they will just fill your bag.
Yeah.
It's insane. And actually, Josh was saying about the pillowcases. I don't use a pillowcase, and neither does he, but when we typically go in, they actually give you a little trick-or-treat bag when you go down the little entranceway for the Halloween party. They give you a little trick-or-treat bag, and let me tell you what, it is so small. It's like a goodie bag from a birthday party when you were 7. Yeah, it's very small. So I start with that, but then as soon as I go buy merchandise, I ask for a large bag, and then I use my giant Disney bag.
Yeah.
As our candy bag.
Yep.
Also, we typically, I don't know what Josh will take this year, but in the past we've had our big Disney Cruise Line backpack. We end up like filling that up with candy.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'll take that this year or not.
But that's what we've done in the past. So, another thing to note about trick-or-treating is the candy. It is, which we were shocked, name brand candy.
Name brand.
It's not like the cheap
Kit
stuff.
Kats in it?
There weren't Kit Kats, but there's definitely Twix, because that's what I eat.
And Snickers.
Yep.
Love Snickers.
Snickers, Twix, Milky Ways, Starburst.
What is it? I think it's just Mars, right? I think it's Mars brand candy. I think that's what it is. Like
Maybe?
M&Ms. Yeah. It's
yeah.
like
M&Ms there's M&Ms. And there's different kinds of M&Ms. There's like peanut M&Ms, regular M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms.
Yep. Rice
Skittles.
Krispie
Yeah, the
M&Ms.
Rice Krispie.
Gummy bears. Right?
No, the Lifesaver gummies.
Oh, no, yes, the Lifesaver gummies.
Yeah.
Lifesaver gummies are my favorite, my absolute favorite gummies.
We actually end up getting so much candy every year, I end up taking it to work with me.
Yeah.
Basically the stuff that Josh and I don't want to eat. I take it to work and put it on the table in the break room, and then it's literally gone, within minutes, because we're just picky about the kind of candy we like, but when I take it to work, people are like, heck yeah, free candy. I'm eating it.
Now, another thing you might be asking, though, is, well, I have an allergy. I can't eat this candy. What the heck is the point of me going? Well, don't you
fret.
know? Disney is actually pretty good about allergies. So basically what you can do is while you're going through the lines, you can get, I think they give you like a little token.
Yeah, it's like a little chip. And
then you can go and get that switched out for allergy-friendly candy or
and treats.
Goodies or treats or something like that.
Yeah.
So that you're not also, so you're not missing out on all the fun.
Yeah, so you can go through the regular trick-or-treat lines with the rest of your family or your friends or whoever you're there with. When they get their candy, you actually will have an allergy-friendly bag.
Yeah.
So they know not to give you the candy. They'll give you the little token, and then whenever you can or feel like it, you just go exchange it all for allergy-friendly treats.
And I think that is something that we should actually go do this year. We've never actually done it because we don't have allergies. But
no, so I don't even know what the allergy-friendly treats are.
It would be good to show. I bet you it's probably those chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my gosh, they were so good.
Like they had on the tour.
Yeah, they were really
Backstage
good,
Magic
actually.
shameless plug, go back and listen if you didn't to the Backstage Magic Tour podcast
yeah.
episode. There you go. See what I did there?
I enjoyed that episode.
Another thing, too, is that it doesn't officially kick off until the party officially starts.
Yeah, so you can't trick-or-treat until 7 p.m.
And speaking of when the party officially starts, we should probably tell people that they can actually enter the park before the party actually starts. Yeah.
So anybody attending the party, you can, with your ticket, you must have an event ticket, obviously. You can get in the park at 4 p.m. That's anybody with an event ticket. Now, if you are actually a DVC member, you can enter Magic Kingdom at 2 p.m. That's something they started last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. So whether you are able to get in at 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. to Magic Kingdom, either way, that's 3 to 5 hours of time that you will have to do whatever you want in Magic Kingdom without having a regular park ticket.
Yeah.
Because everything else is still open. You can even get fast passes.
Yes, and that's what I was
within
just
that
say,
time period.
Is that it's a perfect time to get there. If you're a DVC member, get there at 2 o'clock. And check in, go into the park, and start trying to book some fast passes so that if you are interested in riding rides later, you don't have to take that time to ride those attractions because you've already had the opportunity to do so. So overall, it's a perfect time to take advantage of riding some attractions that you might not get to during the party. It saves you more time to do things that are actually involved with the party.
During the party.
During the party. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said...
talking about getting there early...
Yes.
At 4 p.m. if you're a regular guest or 2 p.m. if you're a DVC member, it kind of leads right into the next point that we want to talk about.
Which are special characters that you can meet. So basically there's only really 2 character meet and greets that are pretty coveted that everybody goes to. And that is the 7 Dwarves. If you don't know who the 7 Dwarves are, go watch Snow White. Jack and Sally, if you don't know who they are, go watch A Nightmare Before Christmas. And the only reason I say this is because, I don't know, hasn't been the last 2 times that we've gone, but the last couple of times that we have gone in right at 4 o'clock or beforehand because we've always had annual passes, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The party doesn't officially start till 7.
Correct.
We have gotten in line.
For Jack and Sally at like 4 o'clock. 4:30 maybe.
4:35?
Yeah.
And sat there and waited for 2 hours. And... you might be like, what the heck are you doing sitting there for 2 hours? Well, we're sitting there for 2 hours because if you try to go get in line when the party officially starts at 7 and they officially come out to do meet and greets, you're going to be waiting in line for probably 2 or 3 hours.
And that's missing party time.
Yes, exactly.
We're there before 7, waiting in line and meeting them at like 7:05.
When it actually starts. So we're not losing any party time.
No.
We are losing that kind of time for us to get into the park and do some stuff, but that's one advantage to being an annual pass holder is that, we don't really have to go do those things because we go do some of that other stuff at any other point in time. So one thing that you really have to think about is, do you want to meet Jack and Sally or do you want to meet the 7 Dwarfs? I don't want to say that it can't be done, but it is very, very difficult to meet Jack and Sally and then go meet the 7 Dwarfs and still have time to actually go do some other stuff.
Yeah. Now, if you don't mind spending that money and literally just meeting a couple characters...
because we've met people that do that.
Then it won't be as big of a deal. But we would rather waste regular park time sitting in a line than waste party time that we paid extra for. Because we don't want to miss that.
Yeah. I don't,
I don't. I like trick-or-treating and everything else.
And I want to have as much time to be able to just trick-or-treat, take in some of the other stuff, because one thing that a lot of people don't know is that there are some other things that are going on during that kind of stuff. But before we move on to that, there are also other classic characters that you can meet during the party, the Fab Five.
Yeah, that's like some of them. They don't meet together. They all meet kind of separate. So I know you can meet Goofy near the Barnstormer, and he was dressed up as a pirate last year. You can meet Daisy, who's a princess. Minnie Mouse is dressed up as a witch, which we actually haven't
Which is which?
I was thinking that too. We haven't met her at a Halloween party, but I would love to meet her and Mickey because their outfits are so cute at the party. Who else is there? I can't even think. Oh, Tarzan and Jane are there, I'm pretty sure, over in Adventureland. Didn't we meet the genie and like Jasmine or something last year?
I know we met Jasmine last year. I don't remember if the genie was there or not. I feel like the only time I've ever met Genie was during the marathon.
No, we definitely met the genie. Yes, I have a picture. Yes, I know I have a picture.
Which, speaking of, we kind of gloss over costumes for the Halloween party. But when we had met
Goofy.
No. When we met Genie and Jasmine last year, we saw one of the best costumes that I have ever seen in my life.
Yes, we did.
And I think he may have been an actual cast member. And he was there for the party. He literally made, kind of out of a cardboard box, but that is like an understatement.
Legit.
It was a legit looking tram, like a parking lot tram.
And he was like in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
he was driving the tram.
It was super cool. He had like some actual characters, I think, in the tram.
Oh yeah, he did.
It was awesome.
Do we have video of that?
I think we do.
I hope I can find it.
You'd have to go back and look.
Oh my gosh, that was that was awesome.
That was really cool.
So people literally go all out for costumes. Like, they don't just dress up in like the ones you can buy at Walmart or Target. People do that because it's easy. But there are people that go all out and make a costume out of a cardboard box and turn it into a tram so it doesn't even look like a cardboard box.
And it looks so cool.
We've also seen some really cool wheelchair costumes as well.
Oh, yeah.
There were some really cool Incredibles themed ones. Somebody was the, the Underminer. Somebody made the Underminer, and it was really cool.
That was awesome.
But I want to mention this real quick because I mentioned Goofy. We actually, with two of our friends, Neat and Veronica, we had dressed up like Goof Troop, essentially. We were... Who all were we? Max, Roxanne, Stacy. Hey, yo, Stacy! And you were...
The guy that says, oh, hey, Stacy?
The Cheese Whiz.
The Cheese Whiz guy. I don't remember his name.
What his name is.
But you could go back, shameless plug, and watch that video from last year from the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party with Nate. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. Doing like a character kind of like dress up is, I was actually kind of like, meh. I don't really know if I would.
He didn't want to do it, but people knew who we were.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we had just the right, what am I looking for? We had just like the right details for our costumes.
Josh had the shark tooth necklace on and everything.
The circular glasses. And I just wore like a plain white t-shirt, which was really nice because it was hot, and a pair of green athletic shorts.
I had to straighten my hair for that. I gotta look up this character's name. Zimmerowski. Josh was Bobby Zimmerowski.
Bobby Zimmerowski.
Yep, that's what it was.
That's what it was. Bobby Zimmerowski.
But that's why we kind of led into the characters next, because if you do really want to meet those characters, you might want to get there early. Spend time waiting during the regular park hours. That way you don't have to waste park time waiting in line for a character. You can still do that, but you'll save yourself some of the event time.
Right. Of course.
Which then takes us into some of the activities and performances and shows, entertainment, I guess is the word I'm looking for, that you can see during the Halloween party.
Yeah.
So trick-or-treating is definitely one of the biggest things, which we already kind of talked about, obviously. Didn't kind of talk about it. We talked about it for a little while.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the main things. And when you think about Halloween, you think about trick-or-treating. And I mean, when you think about Halloween, you don't really think about shows or anything like that. But this is Disney we're talking about. So we think about shows.
It's always about
and we think about entertainment. Entertainment. So this was something new like last year, I believe, and we actually came across it by chance walking through Frontierland. It's the Cadaver Dan's Barbershop Quartet. I said Cadaver Dan's, and it's essentially the Dapper Dans from Main Street USA, but they're in Frontierland, and they will have you basically howling in laughter to bone-rattling bevy of tunes.
They were pretty good. They were pretty good.
But yeah, and they actually kind of look like...
Dead people.
Yeah, like zombies or something. Like they look like they stepped right out of Haunted Mansion.
They are the Cadaver Dans.
I know, but they were really good. They were really good. And we're on Main Street a lot. We're in the parks a lot. So I actually recognized a couple of the Dapper Dans doing the Cadaver Dance. So it is the same guys.
I'm sure they try to select only the best.
Well, they are the best.
I see you scrolling. So I think you're ready to move on. But I think you're skipping one of the best entertainment pieces that so many people walk.
Are you going to say one of my favorite things?
Walk right by it every time.
You're going to say one of my favorite things, aren't you?
Sure, probably am. I don't see it on the list.
I don't either.
Because you forgot all about it.
Madame Carlotta.
Madame Carlotta. If you've ever seen her, sometimes you'll see her out on Main Street walking around as like...
Not as Madame Carlotta.
No, not as Madame Carlotta, but as just like a Main Street spokesperson. But she is like...
This is at the Haunted Mansion.
She's like the best. There's her
hilarious.
sister comes out, who is Madame...
I forget what her sister's
I don't remember
name
what
is.
her name is. You might think like Leota, but it's not Leota. It's a play off of that, though. But she's hilarious. Gets all dressed up. She's basically a
ghost.
A ghost, dead person. Comes walking out. They set up a bench out in front of Haunted Mansion up in the grass, and she gets up there and she like does this thing. And, it's not just her talking the whole time, but it's her actually interacting with you.
Oh, yes, she does.
And it's absolutely hilarious. I mean, she's perfect. She has just a way of, no matter what the response is, she can just take it and run with it. And it's great.
Yeah, like if nobody laughs at her jokes, she turns it into another joke.
She does. She does.
She's so funny.
She's probably one of my favorite things about the Halloween party that I think a lot of people don't even know about, because it's, trick-or-treating, the main characters, doing some attractions, watching the parade, and watching the fireworks.
Yeah.
And, it's little stuff like this that I think is what makes Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party a little bit better than the rest. I mean, Disney in general, right? It's little details. Yeah. So if you haven't,
Madame Carlotta,
check her out. I'm pretty sure she runs basically from the time that the party actually starts. Her and her sister, and I think maybe one other person.
There's a guy. The guy comes out.
Oh, the butler guy. The butler guy comes out with her too. They kind of just rotate through, throughout the party. So.
There's almost always somebody out there talking. It's literally in the grass right up in front of the Haunted Mansion.
Basically, like right behind where the horseless carriage is at. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's
it's great.
Funny.
It's great. You can just go up there. You can sit, listen. She does her little spiel. It's like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
And then you can go on and keep doing with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's just a nice little touch.
Yeah, it's funny because, now that I think about it, it's not listed on the Disney website as one of, like, the attraction type things you need to see while you're at the Halloween party. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, we could be talking about it, and it could no longer be a thing, but hopefully not.
I don't think it was on there last year either, though, because I had to Google search lady in front of the Haunted Mansion at the Halloween party. I
mean, if it isn't, obviously, and you guys are listening to this podcast, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party video, I don't even know when it's going to get posted. Normally, we try to post it like the next day, but that's
we won't
not
have time.
Happen. I think everything from this weekend won't even get posted until the start of next week.
So this weekend we're doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We're going to Galaxy's Edge Annual Pass Holder Preview, and then we're running down to Busch Gardens literally right after that for a Beer Fest preview.
Yeah, and then
I work on Sunday.
And then you work on Sunday, and I'll be posting a Run Disney video on Sunday. Monday's obviously the dining reviews, which we've pushed before, but I mean, what's the point? It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's plenty
so
of that
it'll
stuff
get posted next week. So just keep an eye out.
You'll see all of that stuff coming out starting Tuesday. So anyways, moving back on to where we were at, because even with talking points, we still lose track of what we're doing.
Just don't forget to go see Madame Carlotta.
Exactly.
You will love her.
Yeah, so let's move on to the castle stage shows. Is there a different one this year? Are they doing something new?
No, it is the same stage
one.
show.
That's okay.
The Christmas party stage show, I'm pretty sure is changing. Thank the Lord, because I did not like.
Yeah. Okay, we're talking about
Christmas
Halloween
party.
party.
Okay, sorry.
We can talk about how terrible that stage show was when we do the
Christmas
podcast
party.
for the Christmas party.
Okay, anyway. Stage shows at the Magic Kingdom. Are you ready?
It's only like the best stage show ever.
With only a few hours to run amok, Winifred, Mary, and Sarah, I hope you know who I'm talking about, decide to use their magic to host a decidedly wicked fun fest during the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Anyway, enlisting the help of the Disney villains, the three sisters mix sinister shadows, terrifying nightmares, and the use of nefarious powers of their frightening colleagues to conjure the ultimate hocus pocus party potion and cast a spell on everyone in the Magic Kingdom Park.
Yeah.
Hocus pocus party potion.
It actually is a great stage show. It is probably...
It's hilarious.
It's my favorite, I think, stage show of all the stage shows that there are that I have seen.
Not even including the party.
Yeah,
like the parties. This is including
everything.
Regular
everything.
shows.
Christmas, regular park hours, things.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
This show's awesome.
I think that this is the best. And the three ladies that they actually have that come out and do all of the singing just do a fantastic job.
They look like the Sanderson sisters.
They do. They do a great job.
They are the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, they are the Sanderson sisters. But they do such a fantastic job of really making it seem like it's the real thing. And I love that. I mean, it's Disney. But, even Disney trips up every so often.
Christmas party. Stage show.
Hashtag cookie trail at Epcot.
Oh, God, here we go. If you've been following us for a while, you won't know what he's talking about.
Anyways, but it's a fantastic show. I don't really want to give it all away, but
you definitely need to make sure you save time to watch it. They show it twice at the Halloween party? There's 2 shows?
No, they show it more than that.
3 times maybe?
It shows every...
No, it's not that often.
It's 4 times.
It's only 2 or 3 times.
I think it's 4 times.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Anyway, check.
Somebody will correct us in the comments, I'm sure.
Check the park map or the times guide for the Halloween party.
Now.
Oh, get it!
This is 2017, but here we go. Here's 2000. These look almost identical.
Here, let me see. Yeah, I know. Give me one.
Give
me one. All right, we got party. This. We got the park maps. Give me one.
In our little fish extender thing, we've got this
park
is
maps.
It's on manual focus.
3 times.
This is on manual focus, so you're not going to be able to see it.
3 times.
4 times.
No,
she's right. It is only 3 times. So this is this would probably have been good to have before we started this podcast.
Yeah, it probably would have been.
Yeah. So they do it 3 times. Assuming that they stick to pretty much the same schedule. Looks like that one is slightly different. 2017 they did 8:15, 10:45, and 12. Last year they did 8:30, 10:45, and 12. So not really that much of a difference. 15 minutes on the first showing. But make sure that you at least try to see at least one of these shows.
Yeah.
You could probably stay and watch the last one. I mean, if you don't have kids or if your kids are still wide awake at midnight, that's probably going to be the best show to watch because pretty much everybody clears out after the parade and the fireworks usually already go off at 10:15, and then you have the last parade, which is at 11:15. And if you're up front by the castle, you don't know this, and we're kind of jumping ahead into the parade, but the parade starts from the back of the park, basically out in Frontierland, and works its way back to the front. So if the parade starts at 11:15 in Frontierland, it's going to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes before it even gets to where you're at, up by the castle. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, so you could watch the 11:15 or the late showing of the parade and then watch the show.
Yeah, I mean, what Taylor and I normally do is we get a spot wherever we want to watch the parade at. That is the spot that we get to watch the fireworks.
Yes.
Normally.
Yeah, we watched the parade, then the fireworks.
So we watched the fireworks and then we watched the parade.
Oh, I don't remember.
Just because normally after the parade, people just pick up and go.
Yes.
And so it just leaves more spots open for a better place. Or I mean, after the fireworks.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
I'm confusing myself. After the fireworks, a lot of people just pick up and go because most people have stayed and watched the first showing of the parade. And so since that's what we're talking about, they show the parade twice. Was it 9:15 the year before? 9:15, 11:15?
Yeah.
So 9:15, 11:15 is usually when they show them. And we don't normally watch the first one because the first one is crowded. Mm-hmm. A lot of families are there. And normally those families end up leaving. Like, some of them don't even stay for fireworks, which is shocking. But, I mean, when you have kids, you people out there who have kids probably know. We don't. Well, we kind of do.
Hashtag childless millennials.
Childless millennials. Great.
Did we finish about the stage shows? Because you kind of jumped around a little bit. I just want to make sure.
I think we finished enough. I mean,
okay.
It's a great, basically, play from Hocus Pocus. One of the best Halloween movies ever made.
Just make sure you get a chance to watch it.
Yes. So we'll officially jump into
the parade. Mickey's Boo to You Halloween parade.
Now, this one does have some updates.
It does. This is actually probably our favorite part of the Halloween party. I don't know. I feel like we're saying everything's our favorite part of the Halloween party.
If I have to choose between the Christmas party and the Halloween party, I'm probably going to enjoy the Halloween party even more.
Yeah.
But the Christmas party just has some weird... Makes me just feel... I don't know.
If we could only pick one party we could go to, we wouldn't be going to the parties together.
No, because I think
I'd be going to Halloween.
And as much as I love Halloween party and it's far better than the Christmas party, I would probably still go to the Christmas party.
I still don't understand why. Anyway, twice nightly, the staple of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party brings forth a cavalcade of fun floats as each land of the Magic Kingdom comes together to celebrate Halloween.
You couldn't say fiendishly?
I didn't know how to say that.
A cavalcade of fiendishly fun floats. Fiendishly fun floats. Fiendishly fun floats. Fiendishly fun floats.
Bambling baboons. What is it? Bambling, bumbling, band of baboons.
I don't know, something like that. Harry Potter. All right.
Harry Potter. Okay.
We are getting so sidetracked on this episode.
We really are.
It is crazy.
So some of the floats that you will see during the Halloween party, you'll get to see some of your favorite Disney friends with Mickey and Minnie Mouse. They'll be in some Halloween costumes, and apparently this year they are going to be new Halloween costumes. And they're going to be kind of like trick-or-treating down Main Street, USA, or at least that's what it looks like during the parade. That's part of the show. You'll get to see the Hitchhiking Ghost, which is one of my favorite floats during the parade.
Oh, it's an awesome float.
It really is. And they're really cool, the way they move and everything. And then there's a new addition, which we did talk about in a previous podcast, the Spectral Bride, who glides with the Waltzing Spirits.
That'll be cool.
And this is like what's representing Liberty Square. And from Tomorrowland, there's going to be a new unit featuring the Incredibles and designer extraordinaire Edna Mode, followed by Buzz Lightyear and the Aliens. And then, I don't know. There's so many. I love this parade so much because there's so many things I love. Wreck-It Ralph, Vanilla Pevange Sweets, and the girls from Sugar Rush will make sure there's plenty of sweet stuff to go around. So the racers will be there.
I thought, didn't we already see them in something else?
What?
The racers and like
They're
Wreck-It
in
Ralph.
This parade.
Wreck-It Ralph. Were they in it last year?
Yeah.
It
doesn't say it's new.
Oh, okay.
This is just what's in the parade.
Oh, just highlighting some. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I love Vanilla Pevange Sweet. She's probably my favorite character. And then from Adventureland, there will be some pirates sailing in. Clarabelle Cow will also be hosting a square dance during a Frontierland hoedown, which is like the worst float in the parade.
Yeah, sorry, Elliot. Not that you're listening to this podcast, but
our friend Elliot loves Clarabelle.
Do not like this float.
The Frontierland section of the parade is not
of the entire parade.
No,
it could just go away.
Yeah, I was gonna say they could cut that out.
Clarabelle.
And sorry, then they should make like a Splash Mountain float or something.
Yeah, that would probably
be better.
But
and then the last part is Disney villains reigning over Fantasyland inspired grand finale.
Yeah.
And the villains is so good. It's good to be bad. It's good to be bad.
Da, da, da. I don't remember the rest of the song.
It's not good to be back. It's good to be bad. Because they're bad.
That's what I said. It's good to be bad.
You said it with a CK.
Anyways.
We love the parade.
Anyways.
But anyways, because I always say that.
But the parade's great. It's they show it twice. I always recommend seeing it. The second show, it's just a little bit less busy. What did we forget?
Before the first parade, I don't know if they do it.
Oh,
I don't know if they do it for the other parades, but before the first parade.
I know why we forgot this, because it's like hardly ever that he actually does anything.
Yeah, the Headless Horseman will run through Magic Kingdom.
Running, in quotation marks, should be
trotting.
Trots very slowly.
Yeah, well, you want to get pictures of it. But if it rained too hard, or if the ground's too wet, or whatever, because this time of year there is rain, he won't come through. So basically, sometimes you won't get to see him. Yeah,
it's just a hazard with the horse. So if it's wet, he doesn't really come out. Might walk, but no, I don't think.
No.
I mean, if it's wet.
The one year we watched the parade, he didn't come through at all.
So be on the lookout for that. It is a cool thing if you can experience it and get to see it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see the Headless Horseman come through.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. It's cool.
I
think that's pretty much it about the parade.
Yeah, I think that's about it. A couple of other things that we kind of glossed over are some of the parties, like little dance parties that they have. So
you briefly mentioned that there's dance parties.
Yeah. Obviously in Tomorrowland, at the Tomorrowland Dance Party Show, whatever you call it. I always forget what it's called.
It's like a dance party.
Basically, you have the monstrous Scream-A-Ween Ball. I think it's probably still going to be the same thing. It was the same thing 2 years ago. So it's fun. You just have the Monsters Incorporated characters that come out. I think maybe a few other characters come out.
George Sanderson, please remain motionless.
Oh yeah,
he was out last
George
time
Sanderson
too.
Was out. So it's cool. They don't keep in mind that it's not like something where they're going to stop and take photos with you the whole time, right? Because it's really made for them to like be out and dancing and interacting with the kids, and not so much
forming a line and getting your picture taken.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, just take a selfie and keep moving.
Yep.
It looks like last year, I don't know if they're still doing this year, but at Storybook Circus, there was a Disney Junior Jam, which we did that. Vampirina was there. Remember?
I think we made a brief appearance.
Yeah, we made a brief appearance.
Very brief.
But anyway, they do try to make some little dance parties for everybody to try and enjoy.
All I can say is let's jump into specialty food before we stop at fireworks. And I'll tell you what, they better have a better Jack Skellington dessert push pop this year than they had last year.
It actually wasn't a bad push pop. Josh just doesn't know how to eat a push pop.
I mean, come on. If you are making a push pop, you should be able to push it up without the fear of it completely falling apart.
The cake just needed to be almost a little bit more like packed in there.
Yeah, it wasn't compacted. But they did have actually quite a few good desserts. I think, obviously, I really like the push pop.
We tried them all, didn't we?
When it wasn't all over myself.
These were all for an additional cost.
Yeah, these were additional costs. Worms and dirt, that's your typical, gummy worms with like a chocolate pudding and whatever the dirt is. What is the dirt? Oreos? I don't ever get it. The Maleficent dessert, which was ice cream.
Yeah, it was, and it was melting. We had to eat it quick.
I think the worst one was this one, the Madame Leota dessert. That was disgusting.
Oh my god.
It was so gross.
I think it was the icing was a little bit weird.
I don't know.
But no, I think
I don't think we tried that one.
The Hitchhiking Ghost dessert, yes we did.
We did?
It was a cream puff.
Oh, how could I forget?
That looked like the
and that was even worse.
What are they called? A doom buggy. It looked like a doom buggy with the Hitchhiking Ghost riding in it.
Just makes me want to gag.
That one was in Adventureland.
Oh, so gross. So they probably won't have the same desserts, obviously. It'll probably be something slightly different.
We'll find out when we get there.
And we will. And, the nice thing is that everybody gets a map just like this. And so the map, which I know this is going to be like out of focus and probably, really bleached out. Let me hold it kind of by my face.
If you're watching on the podcast, if you're listening on the podcast. If you're watching
on the podcast in your car, but can't see anything because you're actually listening and not watching, we're showing the map right now that you get at the party. And it basically just gives you like the rundown of the entertainment, where all the treat locations are. Let's jump back real quick to the allergy-friendly treats. They have 2 locations that you can pick these up at. Main Street, USA, which is Town Square Theater. And then in Liberty Square, you go to the Liberty Square ticket office. They may change those this year.
Isn't it called the Heritage House?
That's just what they call it on here. It may change this year.
It was the same place as in 2017 as well.
So keep that in mind, but just something to think about. So,
yeah, there's lots of things on the map, so make sure when you go into the park, grab a map. Even if you are an avid Disney goer, make sure you grab a map, because we get one every year, because it gives you all your times on here. There's no separate times guide. It tells you what attractions are open. It tells you where everything's at. It shows you what where the parade route is, everything.
If you're watching on the podcast, Taylor's showing 2017 map.
Quit making fun of me.
I mean, I was just pointing out that I was showing the most relevant map. Which
no, that's not why you were making fun of me. You were making fun of me saying if you're watching on the podcast.
Sorry, I didn't mean to poke fun at you.
Wow. We're like so crazy in this episode. What the heck? We didn't even have any caffeine before this.
We didn't. I just had a lot of sugar from that slushie.
Oh, that's right.
Let's jump into the final biggest thing, which is the fireworks.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the fireworks. And I say that, but this is a brand new fireworks show this year. Yeah,
this will be totally new. I'm excited for it. It's going to be different. We don't really have much to say about it because we haven't seen it yet.
But let me tell you, Happy Hallowishes was an amazing fireworks show. I actually have the soundtrack on my phone, so I can listen to it in the car sometimes during Halloween season.
I hope that we have like an uninterrupted...
We do. It's actually posted on our YouTube channel from before vlogs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, before we started making actual videos, Josh posted Happy Hallowishes and the Boo to You Parade on our YouTube channel.
What does that have, like 20 views or something?
I don't know. Good question. We also have the Osborne Spectacle of Lights on there as well.
Do we really?
Yes, we do.
Oh, man.
Just one.
I remember getting some videos.
It was What's This? From Nightmare Before Christmas.
What's this?
Okay, anyway, let's dive into
the
fireworks.
You can talk about it, and then obviously if people watch our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, they'll get to see it as well.
Yeah. And we can mention about it in one of our next podcasts. But anyway, fireworks is a brand new show this year at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So the new show is called Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. Jack Skellington from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas serves as host and has come to tell all a not-so-scary story about how anything can happen on Halloween night. His ghost dog, Zero, flies off carrying everyone along on a trick-or-treating adventure where 4 friends find Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, finding themselves drawn into a mysterious haunted house. Their journey takes them from one room to another, encountering dancing skeletons, waltzing ghosts, and a whole series of troublemaking Disney villains. This show will also include a state-of-the-art projection and lasers, plus lighting and dazzling fireworks that will fill the sky above Magic Kingdom Park.
It just made me think of a haunted house at Universal.
Why?
I don't know. Just like, they're going to be going through this haunted house and going into different rooms.
It's a not-so-scary story.
I'm excited, I guess.
I think it's going to be cool having the lasers and everything, like the projection show on the castle. Because Hallowishes didn't really have that.
It didn't, but it was still a fantastic fireworks show.
It was a really good fireworks display.
This has a lot to live up to.
180? 180 fireworks show? Because I'm pretty sure 4th of July was the only 360.
Maybe it was 180.
Yeah, I think it was 180 because they do close that road back behind the Contemporary, or like if you go past the Contemporary, that close that road off.
They do. So maybe it is. I don't know. It has a lot to live up to, though. I mean, Happy Hallowishes was really great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited, though. I mean, it's good. It's nice to have something that's a little bit of a change. Mm-hmm. It's got to be better than what was that one that they had in between for a while there?
What one?
Or was that no, that's Castle. That's that projection show in the castle. What's that really?
Once Upon a Time? Yeah, Once Upon a Time. It's still a show at Magic Kingdom. They still show that projection show. It's awful. Bring back Celebrate the Magic.
It should be good.
Celebrate.
A world filled with magic.
Sorry, we'll stop singing now.
Yeah, but I mean, so that I think is pretty much going to wrap it up. I think we've got just a few things to remind you guys of, which is, number one, you don't need a normal park ticket to get into the park. So you don't need a one-day park admission that is good for Magic Kingdom. You just need a ticket that is specific to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for the night that you want to go.
Correct.
Very important. They're two completely different tickets. They will be priced completely differently, unless you're going to the one that's on the 31st. It might be like the 30th and 31st. Those ones are usually the most expensive ones because it's on Halloween.
Yes. But that is, I think I briefly mentioned it earlier. This is a great way to be able to spend some time at your resort.
Yeah.
Go resort hopping, stay at your resort and swim at the pool in the morning or during the afternoon, or go to Disney Springs and do whatever you want to do. I know last year, or actually it was for the Christmas party, but you could still do this for the Halloween party. Take your child to the Bippity Boppity Boutique in the morning or the afternoon, and then they'd be all set to go. Same thing, little boys or whatever. I mean,
Pirates League.
Now, Pirates League is in the Magic Kingdom, but if you're an annual pass holder or if you just get there at 4 p.m., they can still do that.
Right. As long as your reservation, you have to have a reservation to do it, and as long as you can get that before the Halloween party.
But
definitely a way to do it.
Just kind of ways to not have to have a park ticket and save yourself a little bit of money not having a ticket for that day and just doing the event.
And another thing that I would say is that when you get in, if you're coming in early, which we would recommend that you do, is just look at your park map. If you've never been here before, maybe it's only your second time, just look at the park map, get an idea of the actual times, and just kind of come up with a little bit of a plan.
Yes.
That way, it's kind of helping you to stick to something. You can kind of manage your time a little bit better, and you're not losing any time as well if you have a better sense of what is going on.
Yeah, it'll just really help you be able to see everything that you want to see. If you want to meet characters, if you want to trick or treat, if you want to see all the shows, the map will really help you narrow down what you want to do and how you're going to do it.
Yeah, it will. Unlimited trick or treating the entire party, so don't forget about that. Obviously, if you really go hard trick or treating when the party first starts, you're going to have a pretty heavy bag to carry around. Keep that in mind. If you've got a stroller, probably not a bad idea. Right?
Throw it in there.
Throw it in the stroller. You got a wheelchair or a scooter, throw it in there. But just remember, 5 pounds might not sound like that much at first, but
it's a lot for 5 hours.
It'll add up after a while. And then the second parade is usually less crowded. It's a better one to see, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing, but...
And I mean, if you have time and that's all you really want to go there for is the shows and the trick-or-treating, see them both.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't get enough of the Boo to You parade. It's just so good, and the song is so catchy. Boo to you. Woo! Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. This meme has absolutely nothing to do with Halloween. But we have moved on to...
the meme of the week.
I'm pretty sure you could have a better voice for that.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, it's still good. It's
the
nice
meme of the week.
Yeah, I like that better.
That's all right. I don't know.
It's a little more dramatic.
Which is a great meme.
I thought you would like it.
I do like it.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger the other day. Clearly, you didn't see it.
I didn't look at it. Yeah. I don't look at any of your messages that come through on Facebook Messenger. Only text message.
So sad. Tears rolls down my face. All right, so this week's meme, it's actually a picture of the classic holding up Simba on Pride Rock. Rafiki's holding him up, and Nala and Simba are Nala. Actually, this is Kiara.
That's Kiara.
Oh, wow. I can't see. So, okay, this is totally wrong. But anyway.
It's when they're going to sacrifice Simba. That's supposed to be Simba, you ding-dong.
Whoever made this meme used the wrong picture because it's Simba and Nala. And it should be Mufasa and Sarabi. Okay, whoever made this meme made it wrong, and I'm just now realizing it. But anyway, let me tell you. Oh my god! Let me tell you what this meme's supposed to be. So this is supposed to be Mufasa and Sarabi standing here on Pride Rock. Rafiki's holding Simba up in the air, and the meme says, "Remember when they were gonna sacrifice Simba for the Soul Stone?"
What a play on Avengers.
But it also would have been a lot more funny if the picture was actually of Simba being out in the air.
We gotta think of
not Kiara.
how many people are going to actually pick that up, though.
Me. I picked that up.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny, though.
It is
That's
still funny.
It's a good one.
If you've never seen the Avengers, you will have no idea what we're talking about. But
You should go and watch the Avengers.
Yep.
I am Iron Man. No, What the heck are you talking about?
Oops.
Holy cow. All right, well, I think that's enough for this episode. We've rambled on and caused enough problems tonight. Yeah, so let us know if you guys have been to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. What is your favorite thing about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? What are you looking forward to? What don't you like? I don't know. Let us know.
Yep.
Share your thoughts and opinions with us, either in the comments below on YouTube. Send us an email at the WDWCouple1@gmail.com. If you're listening via Apple Podcasts, I don't think you can comment. You could leave a review. That'd be great. We're looking for those 5-star reviews. If you're listening to Podbean, is it Podbean?
Podbean.
You can leave comments on there.
Oh, yeah, you can.
You know, just whatever. If you want to go that extra step, go that extra mile, we would really greatly appreciate it, and we will respond to you accordingly.
And that's the weekly breakdown.